Hi friends, welcome to my channel SUBBARAJU'S Learning Hub. In this session, we will talk about English verbs. We know that the verb is the heart and soul of sentence of any language. The tense of the sentence is decided by the form of the verb. If we know the different forms of the verb, we can easily make sentences of any type, present tense or past tense, or different types of sentences, declarative, interrogative, etc. Whatever type of sentences one may make, the form of the verb is very important. So we will talk about the verbs of English language today. So English verbs are two types, namely regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are also called as weak verbs, whereas irregular verbs are called strong verbs. So basically we can categorize verbs of English language into regular verbs and irregular verbs. And today in this session we will discuss mainly about regular verbs. See, we know that English language has two tense forms, two tenses, present tense and past tense. It has no future tense form verbs as in Telugu and other Indian languages. It has only two tense forms, present tense and past tense. Of course, there are other forms, namely past participle and present participle as well. Right. What are regular verbs? We will talk about regular verbs. What are regular verbs? Regular verbs are verbs. The past tense and past participle are formed by simply adding ed or d. Ed or d. The past tense and past participle of a particular verb is formed by simply adding ed or d at the end. So these verbs are this type of verbs are called regular verbs, and irregular verbs are verbs the past tense and past participle are different forms. So we have to study each and every verb to know what the past tense and is and what the past participle is. But this is not the case with the regular verbs. Regular verbs, the past tense and past participle can easily be formed, easily be identified by observing the last part, end part of the verb, whether it is ed or sometimes d. So we will talk about irregular verbs in our next session. Let us see how to form past tense and past participle forms of regular verbs. See, we have walk here, walk. Walk and walks both are present tense verbs. Present tense verb is also called as verb form 1. Verb form 1, that is V1. And past tense verbs are also known as verb form 2 or V2 verb. And past participle form is also called as verb form 3. And we have present participle, which is called verb form 4. We'll see what verb form 4 or present participle is in our discussion. Walk and walks both are present tense verbs. We will, in our later discussions, we will discuss where walk is used and where walks is used. Both are present tense verbs. Walk, walk, walks. And the past tense of walk or walks is walked, walked, not walked, 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 walked. The end sound is t, walked. And the past participle is also walked. The present participle is walking. The present participle is walking. The present participle of any verb, whether it is regular verb or irregular verb, the present participle form is formed by simply adding ing at the end. Walking. Walk, walks is the present tense form. Walked is the past tense form. And past participle form is walk, and the present participle form or V4 is walking. We'll come to the next one. Talk, talk, talks. Talk and talks are present tense forms. Talked, 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 not talked, talked. Talked is the past tense form, and again past participle is also talked, whereas the present participle form is talking, 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 talking. And come to the next one. Move, move and moves. Move and moves are the present tense forms. Mood, mood is the past tense form. See, in the first two examples, we added ed to make the past tense and the past participle forms. Here we have added only d because move has e is the end letter of move, so we simply added d. Mood, move, moves, mood, mood. The present participle form is moving, moving, moving. While adding ing form, if the end letter is e is removed. So moving, moving is the present participle form. Coming to the next one, stop, stop and stops. These are present tense forms. Stopped, again stopped, stopped, not stopped, stopped. Stopped is the past tense form. Stopped again is the past participle form, and the present participle form or V4 is stopping, stopping. Coming to the next one, pat, pat or pats, present tense form, and the past tense form is patted. Here the end letter is doubled, end letter T is doubled. This is also happens in some cases, so we have to observe carefully the spellings of different words. Patted. And past participle form also patted, not it is patted, 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 patted. And patting is the present participle form, V4 form. So you can collect as many number of verbs as possible in regular form. Friends, what I want to tell you is you think in your mother tongue. It is not possible for any foreign language learner to know about all the English language verbs. Collect all the verbs of your need or of your choice. So you have to, what you have to do is think in your mother tongue. Try to, while trying to speak in English language, think about your mother tongue verbs and try to translate them into English language. Then you can easily remember those verbs, and you can easily use continuously, recurringly in your language. So you do not feel any difficulty in forming regular verbs. We will talk about irregular verbs in our next lesson. Most of the verbs are irregular verbs, of course. You have to know about regular and both irregular verbs to be a good English speaker. So you have to think in your mother tongue and collect as many number of verbs as possible of your daily use in your mother tongue, and then translate them into English language. You can get the meanings of the English equivalent of your Telugu language verbs by using simply a dictionary, or you can also check through Google. So you do not find any difficulty in finding regular verbs and other forms. Okay friends, I think you are all enjoying my videos. If you enjoy this video also, please like it, share it, And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please consider to subscribe it. We will meet in our next video. Until then, have a great time.